Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades KULR Stock. Someone called me a short in one of my comments recently. Sounds like you have a short position, dude. Level to level. If $3 holds and 380 breaks, it's going higher. If $3 breaks, 260 is next level. This is not going under 250 without bad news or overall market bringing it down. This should be $7 to $10. I agree with the $7 to $10, but I still remain. I think we're going to come down to $2, not 250. I think we will be under 250. We're coming down to $2. I believe that because the market is coming down. Nvidia has been struggling. If Nvidia is struggling to create new highs after a huge run from a low, let me show you this real quick. I think I've shown it last time. A low of $10 to a high of 150 for a nice 15x during this bull run that started back in October 1st of 2022. So we've been, when Nvidia starts struggling and it's showing kind of like a top, it's time to pay attention. We could be entering a bear market, and I agree. I'm not saying we're in a bear market. There's no confirmation just yet, but the threat of one is there, and I do agree that we could see the market bring down stocks as a whole. I mean, some of these stocks today, they were green. These quantum computing stocks were green, and now they're coming on down during lunch hour. We'll see what happens after lunch, but yeah, because it's 12:04 right now. So, KULR stock, I still believe this one's going to come down to $2. I'm waiting for this one to get cheap. Um, you can call me a short if you want, but that doesn't. I'm just going to wait for my levels. That's all it comes down to. I want it cheap. I don't want to buy it at 3 or 4 or 5. Those who chased without a stop loss, why did you do that? Learn from that. Learn from that. That way you take the small loss and then you buy it cheap with me. Like, I'm still waiting. About 12 today at 3.33. So that guy's probably down. Yeah, he's not down that much, right? He's almost down 20%. Not quite, but almost. If it keeps coming down for sure, he'll be down over 50% yeah, at some point if it comes down to $2. Almost 50%. Bought in at 3.41. Wall Street says it's way undervalued. Yeah, that's true. But Wall Street, yeah, Wall Street can say what they want. If the market's going to start coming down, there's nothing you can do but buy when it gets cheap. At least that's the best way to do it. They have new contracts. I love their contracts and the work they're doing. Absolutely. When they get contracts, they're definitely going to move. But as of right now, the market sentiment is bringing everything down. So this is not a reflection of the company. I absolutely agree with that. That's why I'm waiting for $2. And people don't want to hear that because they bought at 3 or 4 or 5. And if I had bought at 5, I would have set a stop loss and gotten stopped out anyways. I'm more than happy to take the loss to be able to buy cheaper at $2. He bought at 420. 420. He must have set a limit order. Like, I want this at 420 just for the giggles. Long-term investor company has potential. I own it at 0.23. Nice. Pff, that's not a guy. I just called her a guy. I think yeah, that's not a guy. That's a woman. I, hopefully she's not watching this because I was like, yeah, this guy. Thanks for the, no, what is this? This is a bot. It's on sale. Oh, you think it's on sale now? Just you wait, buddy. It's going to get even more on sale. Does anybody know what this stock can reach to these coming months or this year? If we enter a bear market, which is what it's looking like, because when you see Nvidia, I'm telling you right now, when you see Nvidia struggling to create new highs, no one should be surprised that the market just keeps coming down. Which is, again, the market coming down, that's nothing more than an opportunity to add good companies at cheap prices. I still believe in the Warren Buffett method. Good companies at cheap prices. And this KULR is one of the good ones. So, I'm not concerned long term, but I am concerned. I don't, in terms of, I want to get in as cheap as possible. Like, I'm a cheapskate, guys. I swear, I'm cheap. I got in at 145. I'm straight with an 8 for some reason. And honestly, this is a long-term investment for me, so I actually bought the dip. Well, I like buying the bottom, not the dip that keeps on dipping. Options leaps, eh, as long as you give it time. Again, bear market signals are all over the place. The market is coming on down. Bitcoin is green. Silver is green for some reason. Like there's a lot of disconnect right now in the markets. When you see a disconnect between one market and the other, it's like time to pay attention, especially again with Nvidia. With Nvidia coming on down. Let me show you that before, because I don't want you guys to think, oh, this guy's just blowing smoke up my big butt. Let's switch to the Nvidia monthly chart. The last time it made a high was back in November. It's been 2 months since then. It has 2 months and they have yet to create a high. The last time this stock was failed to create a high on the monthly chart, and let me add the MACD indicator. I need to add that. I don't know why I removed it. I was probably upset. Like, why? No, I'm kidding. Last time we got a cross under on the MACD, what happened? You can see down here. What happened? We dropped from a high of 30 to $10. We had about a 6 to 8 month bear market. And then in the bull run, we ran from 10 to 150 for a nice 15x. So when it dips, when KULR dips, it's nothing more than an opportunity to add more. But again, I'm a cheapskate. I want it as cheap as possible. As long as it keeps dipping, I'm just going to wait until it starts recovering somewhere. And as you can see right here, that this is a threat here. Like if this crosses under, man, so many people are going to be caught off guard because they don't know the secret sauce here. If this crosses under, this is confirmation of a bear market. If it's successful and not a failure, if it's a failure, then we're going to bounce huge on the market. But if it's successful, if we succeed in crossing under bear markets, my friend, some of you are going to be like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, man, they told me that back in 2022, and I was correct. Do not underestimate Nvidia. If it starts showing signs of weakness and failing to create new highs, it's going to get real cheap. Everything's going to be cheap. Everything's going to be at a discount. Do not let fear prevent you from taking advantage of the discounts that the market will offer when it gets cheap enough. And as you can see, KULR stock just red, 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 red. I'm not going to buy this. I'll just let it keep falling. It has to hold 3 here. Or again, I think it's going to come down to 2. Let's switch over. So let's see. What about short-term gains? I don't know anything about Canadian gains and losses in Texas. I'm newer, but I'm working on my strategy. My strategy is, I think, is pretty much never sell, but just continue raising my stop loss. RGTI did a double dip. Well, it's doing a quadruple dip. Bought this for my son as his first stock. Definitely hold off on adding more. Wait for it to get real cheap. I bought in at 28 cents and averaged to 80 cents. I'm not selling ever and will buy the dip. Oh, this guy's smart. He knows the game. I'm at, yeah, a lot of you are. Yeah, as long as you got in before the run, you're fine. Those of you chasing, I would just wait for it to get really cheap. Let the sellers finish selling and then buy in. That's what I'm waiting for. Holding 27 cents long term. KULR is doing big things in the multiple industries. Bought in at 0.60. I'm holding at 0.52. Yeah, I figured. I know there's a bunch of people that bought real cheap. I'm putting 30K tomorrow. Oh boy. Oh boy, this was a day ago. So he put in 30K and he's probably like, oh no, it keeps going down. He's already down 15%. So he's down what, $4,500 on 30K? He's probably like, no, why is it? He's one of those guys that's like, oh my God, why is it that when I buy in, it goes down? It's not funny because he's actually probably down like almost 5K, but he's a perfect example. That's why I say, like, be patient, exercise discipline, let it come down. It's okay. It's not going to run to the moon. Things go up and down. I showed you that. Holy hell, bro, was right. It's under 3 now. This was a minute ago, by the way. Holy hell, bro, was right. It's under 3 now. Yeah, things pump and then they dump. No one should be surprised by that. Picked up a 900 more at 3.60. Oh yeah, see these guys got bought. They got in real cheap at 0.59, so they're not worried right now. They're just seeing it come down. They're like, whatever. But a bear market can bring it down real cheap. So I want you to be very careful there with buying up here. Let it come down. I still predict $2. I'm not saying buyers step in. So until we get that, and yeah, here's another thing I just realized because I added the MACD. You see this cross under? Oh boy, we have to hold $3 here. If we don't hold $3, I'm telling you right now, if we don't hold 3 and this cross under is successful, the last time we got one of those, oops, was right here, but this was a fake out because the cross under doesn't, it was a fake out. It was a failure breakdown. Yeah, the last time, oh my God, I can't find actually, no. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So here's a cross under. So we hit a top of 43 cents after a low of 25, and then we crossed under on the MACD, as you can see on this big red candle, and we just started coming down day after day, just nothing but red, red, red. So if this, yeah, we have to hold $3 right now. If we don't, $2 is next. I'm telling you right now. I've seen this before. $2 is next. Do you think this big red candle is ugly? Just you wait. If this is successful, if this is not a failure here, if buyers step in and this is a failure cross under, then we're good, right? We're gonna hold above 3. If not, we're coming on down to $2. I just realized that because I added the MACD signal. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Uh, bearish short term until buyers step in. For the meantime, I'm not gonna add. I'm gonna wait for it to get to $2. I want it as cheap as possible. I do. I'm just be a cheapskate in the markets, and you're rewarded with a lot more shares in your portfolio because you get the best bang for your buck there. At $2, you're buying it almost three. Well, yeah, you're buying it at 3 times less than the people who bought it up here at almost $6. You're buying it at a huge discount compared to them. So be cheap, guys. Be cheap. I'm always gonna pound the table on that. Be cheap. Be cheap. You look at $3 and you go, no, I want it lower. Until we get some green candles here and buyers stepping in, no reason to buy. That's it for the video. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next one.